If we find someone attractive or likable, we're more likely to assume they possess other positive qualities such as intelligence or kindness, even without evidence to support these assumptions. This phenomenon is known as the halo effect. The halo effect is a cognitive bias where our overall impression of a person influences how we feel and think about their character or traits. This effect can also work in the opposite direction. If we have a negative impression of someone, we're more likely to view their other attributes in a negative light. For example, if an employee is perceived as unprofessional in one aspect, they might be judged as less competent overall, regardless of their actual skill or performance in other areas. Let's dive in and look at how the halo effect affects various aspects of our lives. How does the halo effect affect us? Imagine the following scenario. You meet a new neighbor who is exceptionally friendly and helpful. They always greet you with a smile and offer to assist with carrying groceries or recommend local services. Because of their warm demeanor, you start to perceive them as a very generous and reliable person, even though you haven't yet had the chance to see how they handle other aspects of their life, or if they are reliable in the long term. You may be more inclined to invite them to social gatherings or ask for their help in other matters, assuming their positive behavior extends to all areas of their life. You might even share personal information or rely on them more than you would with someone you haven't formed such a positive impression of. If this neighbor starts to act contrary to your expectations, you might feel disappointed or betrayed, leading you to regret being open and possibly start distancing yourself, even reducing or cutting off social interactions. Now, does the halo effect affect a relationship? It certainly does. Let's say you start dating someone who is exceptionally good-looking and well-dressed. Because you find them physically attractive, you might also assume they are intelligent, cultured, and have a good sense of humor, even though you've only had a few dates and haven't yet had deep conversations or observed their behavior in various contexts. Because if your assumption, you might overlook potential compatibility issues or red flags because you are so impressed by their appearance and initial charm. Your positive perception of their traits might lead you to overlook behaviors that would be concerning if you didn't have such a strong initial attraction. Let's now look at how the halo effect affects business. During a job interview, a candidate presents themselves very well, wearing a sharp suit and speaking eloquently about their achievements. The interviewer is impressed by the candidate's polished appearance and confident demeanor, which leads them to assume that the candidate is highly competent and a great fit for the role, even though the candidate's actual skills and experience may not fully match the job requirements. The candidate might be hired based on their impressive interview performance and appearance, while other candidates with similar or better qualifications but less polished presentations are overlooked. Once hired, the candidate's initial positive impression may lead to more lenient evaluations and higher expectations, possibly affecting the fairness and accuracy of performance reviews. The halo effect causes us to let one positive or negative trait unduly influence our overall judgment and decisions about a person. Now that you know about the halo effect, you'll be able to make better judgments and decisions in the future.